4 o'clock. What happened to the day? So, is this men's semifinal? It's a men's semi? This sounds inappropriate. I'm sorry, I couldn't think. But it's like T-ball, man. I gotta throw to the bleachers. Again, express train. Yep, we're there. I'm trying to make sure I'm going to be very face down so I can see where I'm going the whole way. And shove me out my way. Tristan registered, which is weird because he's not registered as a Tristan. And you understand why Drake left there, right? You know I'm locked up AVP, but still, I was like, I'm not going to say that as a strength and conditioning intern slash coach at Florida State University. That's why he wears micro shorts and a big smile. His boxes are actually longer than most of the shorts he owns. Hi, Kelvin. Hi, Kelvin. I know we've had so many tour stops to go. Thank you for not chewing through or breaking a banner like some dogs. No, they dig a hole, right? Oh, I can see that sounding. No, I love dogs. I'm just saying. It's actually a breed. It's a whole dog. It's unique to the owner. They adapt to each other and grow the same terrible facial hair goatees. Wouldn't say cowboy hats. Too soon? Too soon, sorry.
That means things are about to get exciting.
serves, guys. Last serve.
Kinger, it's on your call. It's your court. It's the King's court. Oh, dude, I'm gonna work this all day. It's like medieval times, only better. There's no
No jousting.
And also no like Jay Hosack screaming in the Green Knight and Kevin Barnett just drunk, rowdy, and proud. No, but hung out with at Dallas, true fact. Kevin Barnett, Jay Hosack, and yours truly at the Dallas medieval times almost got kicked out. And for once it wasn't Jay Hosack's fault. Barney. Ladies and gentlemen of Seaside, are you ready? I know what you man was passed out right there. Even a pistol ball had me seeing triple doubles. Oh, Atlanta, high fives for free all weekend. Let's go, boys and girls. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for men's semifinals. First and foremost, we have a few digits of paychecks, points, and pride here riding on the line. You know what? No stranger to finals. This guy right here, he's 20 years old. He plays his ball at UCLA. He's clear. He's ready all day. He's a Bruin ready to ruin. Good times and reputations. He just won with Mr. Paul Lyman and the hot ATL. Giving them hell. I want you to make some noise for the 20-year-old Mr. Miles Partain. Now this gentleman right here, they've been a partner almost in utero. He had to wait for his partner to come out of the womb, ready to consume souls and points. He qualified for the AVP at the ripe age of 17. He couldn't vote, but he could promote himself on the Pro Tour. He comes to us as a UCLA Bruin from Pacific Palisades at 6'2". How about you, Mr. Marcus Partain? Oh, you think I'm done? Buckle up. It's going to be uncomfortable for all of us, because I'm about to be your own personal Jesus and your masseuse, because guess what? This guy right here, impressive mustache, he's lean, mean, and his blocking is crispy clean. He won in Atlantic City with an Olympian, Mr. David Lee, but guess what? His shoulders hurt all the way across the coast because he carried his team to the championship and that paycheck. He comes to us from Rayola in Chicago. He is 6'6" and 8'9". That's right, from Newport Beach, California, at just 29 years old. He's not called poorly. He's Mr. Cody Caldwell. Now, this man right here, when I first met him and announced him, it was about the time that he won a little known tournament on the Oregon coast, known as the Seaside Beach Volleyball Tournament. That's right, in 2010, he won here. I got to meet him in Belmar, New Jersey in 2011. And guess what? A few years later, in that little town, that nothing town called San Francisco, California, he won the AVP Big Money Purse with raw food in 2018. Oh, by the way, was it a national championship that you won at UCLA? Guess what? It's too expensive to drop, but you know the intent, baby. I want you to get on your feet, out of your seat, for the Eagle, Big Daddy, and Ready, and Ratledge!
For Dave Shaw, ladies and gentlemen, in the men's semifinal here at center court.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host for the weekend, Jacob Justice, alongside Kyle Homeyer. We are so excited to bring you the men's semifinal here on center court at the 40th Beach Volleyball Tournament at the Seaside, Oregon. The Seaside Open, hosted by Bad Boys Open, co-sponsored by the AVP. We have some awesome volleyball coming at you, Kyle. This is going to be incredible. We saw them not too long ago, Miles and Marcus Partain on the right side of your court, going against an AVP legend, Ed Ratledge, paired up with the 29-year-old Cody Caldwell with a win earlier this season at the AVP Atlantic City. Cody Caldwell will be back to serve first, down the line and out of bounds. So 1-0, the Partains will strike first, and this is going to be an absolute battle here.
I feel like we've been very fortunate to see Cody grow up in the Midwest, playing his ball at Loyola Chicago, and playing here last year. Had a really good run. Ed Ratledge also having a good run. Ed lending his talents to the booth as well. We're always excited when he can join us. I'm sure he's a little more excited to be playing than talking about the event, so I suppose it depends on what your flavor is that day. Partains are on the board.
Marcus there with a great dig down the line and a put away. And it is 2-0 here. Marcus and Miles deciding to swing to serve Ed, but Ed, the long arms of Ed Ratledge, will put that one away down the line. 1-2, their first point on the board.
That's just a crazy angle that he can generate, not only being left-handed, but also has incredible length. Marcus puts Miles in system.
Oh, no ethanol here. That's high-octane
Wow,
Partain.
Speaking of a lefty with incredible reach, Miles Partain blows that one up down the line. Great high contact from him on the option ball. And wow.
I wonder if Cody feels a little left out, because he's the only one who didn't go to UCLA on the court right now.
3-1.
Marcus and Miles currently still attending UCLA. Ed, having already graduated, got his bachelor's in psychology.
Oh, and a block and out of bounds off of the high hands of Miles Partain. We're going to have 2-3 now for Ratledge and Caldwell.
This is purely, this is pure speculation. I have to imagine the Partain brothers are going to go after Ratledge.
Yeah,
especially in serve receive. I just have to imagine they're going to try to put as much pressure as they can on him. They know what Cody's capable of. And if Cody, and Ed's going to be blocking, so I think with him being left-handed, Cody's like, hey, I'll dig the ball, you just put it away. We'll see how much pressure the Partains are able to put on. Back-to-back service errors for Caldwell.
Yeah, and then just as you described right there, they went to Ed, but he is siding out incredibly well. Already 3 kills for Ed Ratledge, and we're going to switch sides here. 4-3 now.
Amazing.
An early real point for the Partain brothers will give them the advantage, though. 4-3. Miles and Marcus lead.
We've been very fortunate. Oh, there's a question here.
They serve.
And I think there's some confusion there on whether or not there was a screen there. Screening is when the blocker at the net is distorting where that server is at the end line, so you can't cover up where the server is. There needs to be a clear line of sight, and Miles saying that there is some screening there, but John King, our official, saying no, needs to be communicated earlier about that. Cody moving completely out of the way now, and no argument hopefully will be had again. Oh, high serve off of Marcus Partain, an ace for Ed Ratledge. That's his second already. We played 9 points of volleyball, and that is 2 aces back-to-back for Ed Ratledge.
Why did he wear a hat?
The lively voice of Dave Shaw and Ed Ratledge, friends off the court when they're not playing, but it sounds like a little bit of banter that's going on. I can't hear them with my headphones on, but I can only imagine it's high level. Or it's very low, in fact. You're like, maybe we shouldn't repeat that. I don't know.
Even at 5.
But a great option ball there from Miles Partain will tie it up here, 5-all.
Caldwell, the only one not able to secure a kill yet. See if that changes here in a few swings.
That poke off the block will be picked up by Marcus and has to go over on 2, but Miles will poke that one just wide of the sideline. 6-5 now for Caldwell and Ratledge.
There's a few seats directly adjacent from us, Jacob, right across behind the R1 of John King, but all the other seats on the end lines are almost completely full as we near the end of the event for those that are taking place in some of the other age divisions or levels. We are certainly getting nice touch by Ratledge. Picked up, uncontested.
That set on the recycle off of the block will just be a bit behind Marcus. Can't really get his feet behind it there. And so that swing going to be long of the end line. That'll be Cody Caldwell back to serve now. 7-5, a 2-point lead now in this first set. And that off-speed roller down the middle taken by Marcus.
I'm not going to lie, that's
what a swing there from Marcus Partain. Cody Caldwell in the right spot, but unable to contain that high-octane swing.
You know, you don't often get, it's not like indoor where you have 6 players on the court. This setter usually has, you know, if it's a perfect pass, 3-4 options, right? Like you just have you or your partner who's going to get set, who's going to be able to take the swing or, you know, set, and then you certainly get to. What we appreciate is Marcus's ability to respond there really healthy, really aggressively at Ratledge over the block of Marcus Partain. And get a kill there. You know, he had that step close that didn't really set up as well as he would have liked. The ball goes long. He's able to respond, and then Ed goes, please try to block me.
Yeah, utilizing high over the top of the block there. Ed Ratledge with just great high contact there. Deep to the corner, too. Not trying to annihilate that ball straight down, but using the full depth of the court. That is just a high-level, high IQ play. So Ed back at the service line now.
They lead by 2, 8-6. Miles with the option, fakes it. Caldwell touches.
Touch off of Ed Ratledge on the fake option ball, and the Partains, something that they have definitely shown they are capable of executing. Marcus and Miles.
Here's a great replay here. The fake. Cody then tries to go up again. Cody's on the board, his first kill of the contest.
Cody Caldwell with the option ball from Ed will poke that just past the block and into the open sand. We're going to have 9-7 now. Ed and Cody leading. That's Cody Caldwell back at the service line.
We are at 9-7.
Great handle by Marcus, picked up, recycled. Miles with the step close to the cross court, out of the reach of Caldwell.
That just happened. That is a fact in the annals of history. One of the Partains back to serve. Ironically, they've never worked service in their life, but they're back to serve.
8-9. Marcus throwing up the signals. Miles looking for the 1-1.
Miles back to serve. Going to utilize that standing jump float. Goes after Ratledge. Ratledge does well. Cody decides to fake as well. Oh, picked up by Marcus. Miles trying to go soft over the top. I wonder if there's a touch off the block. That ball does not clear the net.
Can I get a minute? Wait, we got 10 serving 8 now. Again, you make a better door than a window. You want to grab a chair? I'll get you one for the scorecard.
Ed Ratledge back at the service line now.
Carl to the rescue. Thank you, Carl.
Great set by Marcus. Miles avoids the block of Caldwell.
Definitely we can see it for this.
Miles with a great swing there.
Thank you, Cody. Sorry.
Check out our replay here.
Cody, by the way,
Streamography.
To our needs.
He's being voluntold.
Set there from Marcus. High from the top of the block. Cody Caldwell down the line and in. Great execution there from Miles Partain. Marcus at the service line. Set into the middle for Ratledge. Picked up by Marcus. Nice high set. Chopped down the line. Picked up by Caldwell.
Wow, right to his brother, Marcus.
Marcus Partain. So many UCLA
What an incredible rally here on center court, and we are tied up at 10 all here.
Bring us to 10.
Incredible show of what both of these teams are capable of. Dig after dig.
Caldwell. That's right, Loyola versus UCLA. They're all UCLA Bruins.
Ratledge, champion under the legendary coach Al Skates,
UCLA.
winning 19 championships.
Isn't that a character on...
The
Another
second
big-
most championships on the court is Caldwell with 3. Oh, great pickup. Wow, great pickup.
Wow.
What an incredible point from Marcus Partain.
This is fantastic.
Loses the joust, picks it back up with a flipper. Miles running it down, and the cut shot just beautiful. We are going to take a technical timeout here, 11 to 10 now
I think he hit
for
that
the
with a
Partains,
pigtail
and we will be
his
back in just a
attitude.
moment with a few words from our
Somehow
sponsors.
kept it up.
I give the credit to Miles, but that all goes to Marcus. Right?
KT Tape, a proud sponsor of the AVP, helping our athletes train harder and train longer. KT
I
Tape.
used to make fun of Tristan Register.
For the size of his shorts, I didn't realize that he's a strength and conditioning coach or intern at, I said Tristan, I didn't say Kristen. Oh, the internship, yeah, sorry. Well, it's an internship at, you're a strength and conditioning coach? I was trying to compliment you, saying that you're not your sister's shorts, your legs are just that big, because all you do is strength and conditioning. But when you turn the compliment into an awkward situation for 4,000 people. Thank you, Tristan. 40,000 people. By the way, I couldn't hear you. See how far back up Broadway that crowd goes. But, you know, I love that you're a cycling hat, but you never touch a bicycle. At all. Air Max. That's volleyball. Oh, it is? On purpose? Why does it look so awkward out there? Oh, everything does. Never mind. We're good. Oh, by the way, Air Max, because Tristan wants to buy a vertical.
And hopefully they'll sponsor a vertical leap over 4
Back
inches.
to the action here on
And
center
Irish 4
court.
inches at that.
Coming out of the technical timeout, Miles and Marcus
Tristan, I love you,
Partain
and I'm gonna miss
have
you
the
on
lead
tour.
11 to 10 here in our men's semifinals.
Tristan only has 2
This has been an
tours
incredible
left as
tournament so
crew.
far, Kyle.
And we're gonna miss
67
it
teams
so
on the men's
much
side.
fun.
We are down to 4, the highest level of volleyball
Feel it.
available here in the United
Oh.
States. This is the
wants to
largest
make
beach
you wrong.
volleyball
You're
tournament,
right.
not only in the United States, but in
Trust
the
me.
world.
I got you.
More than
John,
190
I'm on
courts.
time.
We have 1,700
Marcus
teams
Partain
and
was
more
ready to go.
growing.
11-10.
Playing this
Feel like a
weekend.
player.
Tomorrow is quads for this tournament. They're still taking registrations. But
JK back to
just
serve
an
now.
incredible
Marcus
testament to what
Partain
this
serves
tournament is
up
able
by
to
1,
accomplish.
11-10.
Ed Ratledge with a side out there, the big swing into the angle. And I
He's
think Miles
6'9",
Partain found
he has a
something
7'4"
in
wingspan.
the sand.
That literally is
Wow, Miles found a
stuff.
giant
I
rock.
don't know how that happened.
That's going to hurt.
Souvenir, thank you.
Jumping
You
on
wanna
that
take
is definitely not going to feel good.
Yeah, okay.
He's rock solid. Show off.
It's a boulder.
Still
All
a
right.
great swing from Ed
11.
Ratledge. But Cody back at the service line now. Topspin serve for him. Off the top of the tape, kept alive. Wow. Scramble play for the Partains, kept alive. Ed with a kill to the corner on the option. And
Do you not know
wow, let's look at this
Eagle?
hustle here.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wow.
Careful, that might be the code
Trickle
word for a
serve
flock
off
of
the tape,
eagles.
kept alive by Miles.
His last
Great
championship
touch from
was
Marcus
in
and
2010. His next championship just might
Just
be
incredible show of
2022.
athleticism there. Cody
With
Caldwell.
hits like that.
Caldwell taking Miles to the sands. Oh,
And blocks like that. Oh.
I'm pretty sure Ed's hands were crossed over there. I'm not sure if that was a dance move or not. That ball is redirected out of
Partain,
bounds.
One of the best hitters on tour.
Yeah, the backwards
Even at
lefties.
12.
Always having some interesting tactics.
He's
Like to
sponsored
do
by
it funky
companies he
style.
can't even support yet.
That's Miles back at the service
Sky
line now. We are
vodka,
tied up 12 all
that
here.
jazz. But most importantly, make a low ball try.
Standing jump float going after Ratledge. She's able to fend that off pretty well.
Wow, just another example of Ed elevating
Wow.
and putting that
Off the
ball
stage,
away.
Michael. See how that
How
works?
does that much
Incredible
sand
reach
come
from
out
the
of
lefty
your
there.
shoes?
I don't know, if you ask Michael, you just poured out on the
nice
stage.
BFM
Like
shot.
one of the largest wingspans I have seen on the AVP tour.
Yeah, BFMs.
BFMs.
All right, 13-12.
He does a phenomenal job too. I think sometimes when you're a little bit taller, you have maybe a better vertical. You start to try to. The word cheat doesn't really do it justice, but you try to get away with some things. And you have to give it to the athletes that try to be as fundamentally sound as they can. All tied up, 13 apiece here as Miles Partain is able to clear the block, finding the sand for him and his brother.
Even at 13.
He's back there with
Miles
that
and Marcus
beautiful
executing
Wilson
really
offense
well
volleyball.
here in this first set so far. The scramble plays are the ones where they're
AVP.
getting really good touches, and honestly, this crowd is incredible. There's a lot of energy being fed to the players. A tight pass from Caldwell, and that will fall down, unable to be contained by Ratledge, and that is going to be an ace serve there.
Support your entire
Jacob, you mentioned the energy we're starting to see. So there's, try to describe this for you. There's at least 3 full sides of a hill that's been built that people have planted their chairs into. So they have kind of a nice stadium seating. There's people up on the promenade at a sign that says the end of the Lewis and Clark Trail. That's just directly across from us. It's also a little roundabout. There's people up there that are watching. There's people that have filled in on the corners. So we almost have this horseshoe shape. So people are, it's standing room only. That's what we have right now. Standing room only, and this is only the semifinal.
And these chairs that people are sitting in on these sand stands have been here for days. So we were here to set up the tournament a couple days ago, and when we got here, there were already a ton of chairs there. So standing room only is right. If you didn't have a chair here before, then you might not be able to even get into your own chair. So a service error there.
Caldwell did a really nice job, put a lot of pressure on Miles Partain the last service rotation. He was able to go from left to right on Miles, that time serving into the net. Unfortunately, he's still looking to find it. I don't think he's gotten it quite yet. Miles getting the calls from his brother Marcus. Going after Caldwell this time. They had been serving Ed.
A nice high swing there from Cody Caldwell to side out.
We actually haven't seen them go after Caldwell too much yet, Jacob. I wonder if that's a decision. They're like, hey, Ed's been really able to terminate well. He's left-handed, so that's the hard problem with him being on the right side of the court. As he trails towards the center of the net to take that second contact, he can go over if he'd like. Miles also has the option.
Oh my goodness, Cody Caldwell elevating and decimating that one. The poke option from Miles Partain, not quite aggressive enough to get the point, and that'll be picked up by Ratledge, and on two from Caldwell, just smokes that ball.
16 to 15. Timeout is requested by the Partain brothers. We're going to retire to our benches. Jacob, we're going to step away. I'm Kyle Holmeyer alongside Jacob Justice. We're bringing you all the action. He had all of your commentary yesterday. Him and I are sharing it today, and we are so excited to be here. And speaking of that standing room only, if we weren't working, I'm not sure we'd have a place to sit and watch this ourselves. So you could always check out AVP, youtube.com/AVP America if you're looking to watch this in alternative ways. We'll be right back with you.
You don't know about Modern Dental Clinic? It doesn't matter your age, your dental status.
Whether you have them all, I said if you make bad choices in life, whether it's at 20 or at 80, guess what? If you don't know about Modern Dental Clinic, that terrifies you. If you care about how you look at pictures, how you feel about yourself, if you care about how you present yourself to the world, whether you work sales or whether you're a stay-at-home mom, it does not matter your age, your demographic, or what you do. If you don't know, it terrifies you. Google Modern Dental Clinic. Find the confidence you need. Find the peace of mind you should have. And understand the well-being and the absolute best person. You want to live your best life? You're not there yet. Google Modern Dental Clinic. You'll see what I mean. Once you know, you know. And if you don't, I really can't explain it to you. It's something you have to search out, find out for yourself, and you know what? Get where you want to be in this world. Modern Dental Clinic. If you don't know, you don't know. And I can't help you get there. That's on you.
I got you.
Back in the service line now, Mr.
Ladies and gentlemen, volleyball fans, welcome back. Championship court here. This is one of the semifinals in the men's open division of this AVP next event on the 2022 AVP schedule. Ed Ratledge back to serve. They lead 16-15.
Over on the other court, the other semifinal, Cody Caldwell with a huge block. 17-15 here for Ratledge and Caldwell in the first set, but over on our other semifinal match, we have Tim Brewster and Kyle Friend taking on Avery Dross and Chase Frischman. So these four teams here will be awarded a bid to Chicago, but Miles, I believe, ineligible to receive one since he already has a main draw bid. So we will figure out who that extra bid will go to. Obviously coming off a great win in Atlanta with Paul Lotman, Miles Partain. I'm not sure if that extends the bid to Marcus, but an example of that earlier in the year, our second AVP next of the year was in San Antonio, and we had a bid that was given. Andy Benesh and Tim Brewster had won that tournament, but since Andy was already into the main draw, I don't believe that extended to Tim Brewster. So we'll get some more information for you on that, but this is going to be an absolutely thriller of a match. But Caldwell back to serve 18-16.
I keep waiting for that to bring the disco.
Because Jacob, I'm sorry to talk over you there. So just to confirm, at least Ed and at least Cody, and then our other two are guaranteed a bid into AVP Chicago. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Big swing by Ed Ratledge there as we were just discussing who might be able to take home the bid. So Miles already has a bid as a result of his win in Atlantic City. Is that correct?
In Atlanta.
In Atlanta. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
So he is already into the main draw. I don't believe that means he can actually earn another bid.
I'm very curious to see how this is actually the highest finish the Partain brothers will ever finish. They did not have a top 9 finish previously. I'm not sure if they had 7 attempts and this is their 8th, or if they had 6 and this is their 7th. I think it's 7 and this is their 8th. Will be their highest finish, certainly a top 10 finish and a top 5 finish.
Wow.
And a great swing from Cody Caldwell.
Snapper. He's always dirty and somehow clean. Cody Caldwell.
Just a rip down the middle,
if you
and
know what I mean.
Puts that one away. 19-17 now for Ed and Cody.
Partain, you playing quads on Sunday? My weekend just got better.
Ed back at the service line now. Looking at the blocking calls from Cody Caldwell up at the net. It's funny, Cody has been primarily a defender this year, playing with David Lee in Atlantic City. Saw him play defense there. Obviously, David Lee is an extremely tall man at 6'8" or 6'9", and so Cody a little bit shorter at 6'6". I can't believe I'm saying that. The shorter partner at 6'6", but playing defense behind him, he was just incredible there. So 18-19 here now for Marcus back at the service line. Looking to tie this one up here, aggressive from the service line.
David Lee, an ex-Olympian, along with Paul Lotman, who Miles just won with. Paul Lotman originally graduating from Long Beach State, where he competed for a national championship.
Yeah, and just right there, another example of Ed Ratledge's reach and consistency. That's probably the 3rd time this match I have seen him hit that deep corner. Just beautiful stroke of genius from him, and Cody Caldwell with set point number 1. Tickler off the top of the tape. Miles Partain. Cody thought he had a beat on him down the line, but Miles is going to rip that into the angle. Miles back to serve now, 19-20. Ed and Cody with an opportunity to side out and put this first one away.
Slapping myself in the back for that. Oh, it's hot with 3 T's.
Miles Partain at the service line.
With the serve. All business all the time.
Tells his brother to go up and block. Dig from Partain. Wow, what a dig and swing there from Miles Partain. Steps in, just a nice high use of that body to shoot that up into the air and swing over the block and down the line of Ed Ratledge. And we are tied at 20 all here, but we are going to take a timeout first. Cody and Ed going to talk over some strategy. Don't go anywhere. We have men's semifinals coming to you in just a few moments.
stole his daughter's winter hat just to be here. That's embarrassing on multiple fronts. She is so mad at him. She's watching the broadcast. It's like, oh, and the ear swap. That seems like felonious assault. I don't know how, but we'll figure it out. Trust me, I've been arrested a lot. I mean, I've arrested a lot of people. Wait, that got awkward quick. Allegedly. I have jokes, but it's a family tournament. I'm not making them. I appreciate the setup, sir, but I'm not following your track. If you're going to tee those up, you know what? We'll meet after hours. We can make jokes later. It is a family affair back.
The service line now.
Oh, look,
trying to start a wave. And they're picking it up.
Oh, wow. We have the wave forming here in Seaside, Oregon. This is the 40th annual again. As a result of the pandemic, we know has affected many aspects of life. But how exciting are we that we get to come together here on what is now has become a beautiful afternoon.
It has not much wind blowing in for the athletes, but the sun peeking out just a little bit, not some direct sunlight, but just enough to get through that marine layer. And the temperature here is 68 degrees, and it's just been a beautiful day. 20-20 here in the semifinals. Miles Partain back to serve down the line of Ratledge. And Ed Ratledge will side out, making it 21-20 now. That is his 11th kill of the set.
Every swing is good when you swing like
Primarily going after him. Miles and Marcus have done a great job serving down that line of him.
Currently, only one block has been registered on the stat sheet. That belongs to Cody Caldwell at the moment. They have set point number 1 here, 21-20. From Miles Partain, elevating above the block, and we are going extra innings here. What do we love more than volleyball, Kyle? That's more volleyball. More volleyball, that's right. 21-21. I was just about to say, Ed is primarily known for his blocking prowess. Obviously standing at 6'8", he does a really good job getting his hands across the net. He's very formidable. He doesn't have a block right now, Cody, with the only one. We're all tied up at 21 apiece. They have been picking on him. They did go after Cody a little bit. He was able to start out right away, and it seems they've transitioned back to Ratledge.
Yeah, and if you remember, that block from Cody Caldwell, though, was just an exclamation point. Serve down the line to Ed again, and great swing into the angle.
You get to preach when you got a big
Ed Ratledge.
Like that.
Call him as a cucumber here.
We call him Preacher the Reacher, Ed Ratledge.
I think that's cool as a cucumber.
I like it. No, all of those worked. Those were all really good, actually. I'm proud of you.
I still want some watermelon.
Oh, absolutely. I shouldn't have talked about watermelon. That was my mistake.
At the service line. Option ball from Miles Partain, lefty of his own. 22 all here on center court. Men's semifinals.
Worse for this, they're texting each other. They have no idea I'm talking smack about them.
This really is a family event. If you're looking to do something in the future, if I could maybe encourage you to block off your calendar for 2023, join us here in Seaside, Oregon for what will be the 41st annual event. It is taking place. Gotta look for it. I was hoping I'd get there already. August 10th through the 13th, 2023. This year hosting the largest 192 courts, over 17,000 teams. Get those reservations made early, get signed up, and we hope to see you here August 10th through the 13th, 2023.
And as Cody Caldwell goes back to the service line, this has been the most entertaining tournament I have been to this year. Just an incredible atmosphere. Touch off the block, an opportunity here for Ratledge, and Caldwell. Ratledge will take set number 1, 24-22. And we will be going to set number 2 in just a few moments, but what incredible volleyball from both these teams here, deserving to be here. Kyle, we'll join you back in just a second after a few words from our sponsors.
It's the choices we make that define us.
Tryon Trevor is coming off a tough, heartbreaking loss.
And ultimately, the enemy is within. Some people want it, some wish for it, but others make it happen.
Trying Trevor super lethal, bringing fire and passion to the court.
How will you take charge?
Get ready for a whole new wave of White Claw. New full flavor White Claw Surf. Sensational refreshment for a taste like no other.
Love you, Adam Israel. By the way, is that a Kamina hat? This is a Kamina hat. Yeah. Show on the other side. If you love America,
You love America as much as Adam Israel does.
Fantastic view here, Jacob. This is just a nice view of the crowd that has begun to form here on Championship Court. Yes, if you can remind us who's playing on the other Championship Court just behind us, a little bit closer to the ocean. But everyone's starting to file in here. I have to imagine there's 5,000 people just sitting around Championship Court, not to mention the teams or the people that are still competing. I have to imagine that number gets us a little bit closer to 30, 40,000 people here.
Yeah, just an incredible size of event here, the largest in the world.
We're ready to go. Let's do it. You got
Beautiful
2 minutes to
there of
execute to the
our
finish. I'm just trying to help the older
lovely
guys out.
crowd. We did a wave not too long
What
ago.
was that again? Over.
Here on Center Court, we have one semifinal, which we'll get back to action in just a second. Back on the other semifinal, we have Kyle Friend and Tim Brewster.
That's a good match. That's a good team.
Just wait till who mentioned the other part of it. It's Chase Frischman and Avery Dross, two AVP pros we have seen for some time. Tim, 22 years young, out of also UCLA, go figure. And they seem to just pump some freak volleyball athletes out of there.
The craziest thing is Tim actually wasn't on the men's team. He helped with the women's team, and he's actually going to go to law school here in the fall. I haven't had a chance to chat with him in Wapaka. Like, he's just a good volleyball player. He's also left-handed, creates a lot of angles. He's young. He's played with Kyle Friend, and I mean, Kyle having success playing for Long Beach State as well, hailing from Florida, your state of Florida.
Boca Raton down there. So a great matchup for them, and that's going to be going on behind us. Don't worry though, this match here going to be an electric finish. Ratledge and Caldwell took the first one 24-22. We went into extra innings. And this is going to be Marcus Partain back to serve to start the second.
No, that's fine.
Down the line of Ratledge, picked up on the option ball from Cody. Ed Ratledge, just like that. We talked about earlier, Ed has been known for his blocking abilities.
Seaside,
and there is a prime example of it. A block for side out. Not exactly how you want to always get your blocks, but definitely will take them where you can get them. Ed Ratledge with his first block on the board.
Vestigial third nipple and got the point.
What's really cool is that it was very low errors, so that final score being 24-22. The Partain brothers combining with 4 errors. Ratledge and Caldwell with 3 errors, so very, very close. 1 service ace to the Partain brothers, and Caldwell with his first ace, bringing their total to 3.
Yeah, sometimes lucky and good just go well together. And that one will trickle over the top of the tape and fall for a point. 2-0 now for Ratledge and Caldwell. Miles and Marcus know a lot of game left, though.
All right, here we go. Cody to serve.
Taken by Miles.
Wow, great up.
Dig from Cody Caldwell. Block for point, Miles Partain. Wow, great press there from Miles. A great dig there from Cody. And honestly, a great set from the end line from Ed Ratledge. And just that left hand dropping into the seams for Miles Partain puts it right back into Cody Caldwell. A great play from both sides of the net, but that will end with a Partain block. Short serve to Ed, option ball from Cody Caldwell.
It's not called poorly, it's called well.
You gotta wonder, is Ed getting a little tired from this long weekend of beach volleyball? Putting Cody up, the youngster, I say young, 29 years old. Putting him up on 2 to give him that option to just rip away at it.
Another t-shirt again. I spent $3,000 on a tattoo for my clavicle. We're not gonna guess where else. A serve for Big Daddy Ed Ratty.
Serve for Ed Ratledge. That is his 3rd of this match. And we have a 4-1 lead now for Ratledge and Caldwell.
Ratledge picking on Marcus. Marcus is a great passer. I'm wondering if a little bit of it is the depth, and he's just not clearing out the hips to get his platform there.
Great set there from Miles, and Marcus will rip that off the top of Ed's hands.
Partain.
Good side out there.
7th kill for Marcus Partain, doing a really nice job at establishing his feet, able to go off the high hands of Ratledge.
I think we're switching to the next point.
Yeah, 7th kill for Marcus, but in the first set alone, Miles had 11. A lot of those coming from that option ball that we're talking about, and Ed Ratledge, a side-out machine right now. So we're gonna switch sides here, 5-2 for Ed and Cody.
Ratledge in a semifinal right now. Ed was turned 40 years old. He was actually greater than the age of 40 before he won his first AVP event. That was back in 2018. And in 2017, he had gone 139 AVP events before he made his first semifinal. And now he is a regular here to these semifinal events. Congrats for him sticking it out. I think a lot of people might not necessarily have the fortitude to say, hey, I haven't been making these semifinals. Is this for me? And he's stuck it out. Congratulations to him and anybody else who's kind of wondering, hey, is this the path for me? If it's something you enjoy doing, and certainly you're able to take care of your bills at home, absolutely fight through it. That breakthrough is going to feel really good if you're able to kind of maintain and then persevere.
Yeah, and as we talked about, just that was an option ball from Miles Partain. That went off of the head of Ed Ratledge, but no problem for him. He is going to side out again. 6-3 now for Ratledge and Caldwell, keeping that 3-point lead.
Yeah, by the way, it's a good luck charm. Literally so salty. 6-3.
Ed Ratledge at the service line now. And that one just a bit low into the net for Ed. It'll be a service error for him, his first of the match.
I love that choice. Reimer wants to say
he's been able to put a lot of pressure, I feel like, on the Partain brothers with that standing jump float. Marcus back to serve, Miles giving the indication. We'll see if they continue to go after Ratledge, because he has done a really, really good job siding out. You have to imagine they're taking note of that. Switches it up.
Short down the line of Caldwell, and a beautiful hand set there. Oh, what a play from Miles and Marcus.
You don't want me to trip
Miles with a little bit of a delayed block there, gets the touch on it. Let's see another look at this here.
That's a great view brought to us by Streamography. You can also see the promenade in just the background. But Marcus saying, where's the opening?
Everyone wants you to fall.
Yeah, he could have cranked that ball if he wanted to, but the soft touch shot will do just as well. Same effect, that'll be a kill. Marcus at the service line now, 5-6.
Looks like they are going to continue to go after Caldwell.
Next making away here on center court.
Not sure if
Tristan, register your down referee.
Because
he's down for anything. Quite literally, 7-5.
Cody Caldwell gets the kill there.
You know what I mean? Back to serve now, Cody Caldwell.
Side out for Ratledge and Caldwell. That'll be 7-5 now. Cody back at the service line. He has been aggressive with his serve. He's had a couple more service errors than Ed, but he's been ripping that topspin serve onto Marcus.
Again.
And the option poke from Miles Partain we've seen so many times today. 6-7 now here in set number 2. We're going to switch next point.
Miles will be back at the service line, going to utilize, looks like a little deeper. I have to imagine they're going to continue going after Cody with the effectiveness that Ed has shown thus far. Oh, he mixes up the serve, going to go after the topspin.
Picked up by Marcus on the high line. Great handset there from Miles. And the transition dig and kill for Marcus. Beautiful volleyball there.
What a great set by Miles. Going down to the knees in the sand, able to throw that ball behind him in front of his brother. Able to beat the defense of Caldwell and the big block of Ratledge. They're feeling pretty good here, tied up 7 apiece in set number 2.
That almost is like Miles is an NCAA setter for the Bruins, showing off his skills there. Perfect location for his brother.
Couldn't be.
Action making our way here.
Miles at the service line now, 7-all.
Partain to serve.
Float serve there, down the line of Caldwell, going after him now. That one, double call from our official up there, John King. The AVP is providing officials for our semifinals on both courts, as well as our finals matches coming up in just a little while. After our men's semifinals here, we'll have the women's finals, followed by our last match of the weekend, men's finals. And one of these teams will punch their ticket to that in just a few moments, right? So we're going to have some more incredible volleyball as Miles and Marcus take the lead 8-7.
They continue to go after Caldwell, which I imagine is a strategic decision that they're feeling a lot better about. Caldwell able to cut that service run of Miles down. They tied up 8 apiece.
Yeah, that off-speed shot there from Cody Caldwell will grab the top of the tape and fall in for a side-out point. So 8-all here. Ed Ratledge back at the service line. Cody Caldwell up at the net to block now. Topspin serve from Ed Ratledge. Getting aggressive with it. Nice set there from Marcus. And off the high hands of Cody Caldwell. Out of bounds for a side-out point.
And serve back in the hands
Miles
of
Partain, just nice high contact there.
It's 9-8.
But almost a picture-perfect location and set from Marcus. Give credit where credit is due. Marcus looking at the blocking calls from Miles. Down the line of Caldwell again. Option ball blocked for point. Miles Partain. Incredible press here on the option, seeing it.
Marcus Partain back to serve. It's 10-8.
Ed, not a lot of space to go. Being a lefty, coming in there, and so he's going to have to either swing down that line or poke it short, because getting his body across there is incredibly difficult on the body. And
The
just
soft
like that,
stroke there
Marcus
from Cody Caldwell.
and Miles will.
That mustache.
That was
It's
a
not
gnarly
getting returned.
chop down the line. Really nice placement.
delicious.
Taking that ball
He gets the
high
soft
over the
stroke
hitting
kill.
shoulder and just
It's
directing it to the
9-10.
floor.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
And Cody Caldwell back at the service line now. Trailing by 1 here in set number 2. The first set went to Cody and Ed 24-22. Let's see if Cody's going to get aggressive with that topspin serve still. Yes, he is. Cross court to Miles.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, my goodness gracious, Ken.
Marcus and Miles putting the hurt on this Wilson optics ball.
Timeout coming up in the next point.
9-11 at Ratledge and Caldwell trail. Next point, we're going to take a technical timeout at our 21st point here in set number 2.
I think there's just an equipment cleaning here. I'm not sure there's actually anything that he's questioning. Just hanging out.
Some assistance there from John King with the clean washcloth.
The sun has graced us a little more consistently here. It is almost the 5 o'clock hour. on the West Coast. For those of you joining us from the Mountain Time Zone, the Central Time Zone, and the East Coast, thank you for tuning in. I am Kyle Holmeyer alongside Jacob Justice. We'll also have Victoria Dennis on the broadcast next. She did a fantastic women's semifinal alongside Jacob.
And a great set there from Ed Ratledge, pushing it out to the pin for Cody Caldwell off the high hands of Miles Partain. And we're going to take a quick break as we go to the technical timeout. Don't go anywhere. More high-level action coming at you in just a second.
Everybody having a good time out here at Center Court, day 3 for the Seaside Beach Volleyball Tournament. No lack of entertainment today at Center Court, even in the form of exciting members of the crowd. They entertained us for a little bit. We got to flex our muscles. I heard John King blow the whistle. That guy is so ready to get his pants off, man. He can't stop.
Returning to the court first are the Partain brothers. Marcus on the near side in the black shorts with the teal line. Just above him to the right, his brother Miles in the white tights, black trunks, and the t-shirt. On the opposite side of the screen, at the service line is going to be Cody Caldwell. At the net with the headband, a little bit longer flowing locks, is Ed Ratledge.
All right, we're back at it here, 10-11.
Marcus looking for his first win on the AVP circuit. His brother garnering one the last event in AVP Chicago, or excuse me, AVP Atlanta.
Quickly making it even, 11-11.
Ed winning his first in 2018. And then Cody Caldwell winning his first with David Lee earlier this year as well.
And Partain. Ooh, it's a Partain with a Partains. And only one can get in because he's 22. The other one's 20.
Miles with a great swing from the opposite.
If you got a spinning fish or a twisted fish, I'd like to look dangerously. I can fall at any time. That's why I leave my shoes untied, man. Let's gamble. That's how
Miles Partain, it's 12-11.
Good serve. Cody has to reset.
Oh,
blocked by Miles Partain, hanging in there.
He might be part-time and Partain, but he is full octane.
Here's a great view of it. So the serve takes Ratledge short to the center, the seam, if you will. Caldwell has to reset, and as Ratledge looks to attack, Miles able to stay in those peripherals, redirecting that ball back into Ratledge and out of bounds. They have a 2-point advantage here, looking to maintain.
Miles running up to block now, and that's going to be a net violation on Miles on the press.
Tristan Register with his pollination.
Great call there from our R2 Tristan Register.
Well, most of class.
You said his last name is Register?
Register. Like
oh man, I would be using. He's registering a lot of kills. Registering that would be a natural flow for me.
Yeah, so that's my beach partner, and I would not be saying those things.
Makes me question.
All fun and jokesy. Tristan and I working all together, working all summer together here on the AVP tour. setting up all across the country, driving that big box truck we've seen at all those locations. About 10,000 miles put on that from him and I, but
oh wow. And none of this possible without you and your team and everyone else who puts on all these events. The local here, NWAS, Northern Washington, and Bad Boys Open, making this the largest event not only in the country but the world. 192 courts. We are at the 40th annual Seaside Beach Volleyball event in Seaside, Oregon.
Opportunity here for Partain, but that is going to be long. High hands of Miles Partain allows Marcus to get under that, and a good set, but Miles going to hit that one long of the end line. So we have a 13-14 now for Ratledge and Caldwell. Got to figure out our service order here.
We got 13-14 now.
We talked about it earlier. It's harder than you think.
It is.
I like to live dangerously. Fun anytime. Let's gamble. That's how we live it.
But no worries. We're going to get it figured out.
Oh, even Brian.
And that is going to be Cody Caldwell at the service line. Determined.
Thank you.
Top spin serve from Cody Caldwell. Great serve.
As always.
Miles Partain with a flashy set.
Oh, wow. Good
Pick
pickup.
by Caldwell.
Oh, that was going to be tight. I wonder if that was going to end up out of bounds. Doesn't matter. Plays it.
Wow, what an incredible play from both of these teams here.
Seaside, the bright side, the best side.
Picked up by Miles here, and a great set from Marcus.
Don't forget, folks, if you're
High
watching
off the hands of Cody Caldwell. We're going to be switching sides here, 15-13.
The truth and the law, bringing you all the live action from color commentary, play-by-play here on the AVP American YouTube channel.
Going to be Marcus back to serve after the side
Hit that
switch.
subscribe button so you know what's coming at you all season long. Marcus Partain back to serve.
I have to imagine they're going to continue to go after Caldwell. They do.
Big Daddy
Wow,
and
waffle
Ready,
option
set,
to the corner will fall for a kill. Ed Ratledge
pocket corner as he
smiling
goes for
and
the
shaking
kill.
his head at that one. Knows he got away with one there.
Maki knows that phrase all too well.
I looked, no Waffle House anywhere near here.
I just like talking smack.
I just learned that. But there is a delicious pancake place in town.
It's gonna hurt a lot.
But it would be really hard to pancake a ball in the sand. But I'm sure you've seen it happen. Or at least tried.
The hotel waffles have been amazing as well. This morning's flavor was maple cinnamon. I was thoroughly impressed, but Ed Ratledge at the service line now. Oh, man. And that is just beautiful from Miles and Marcus. The deceptive set from Miles Partain. He's taken so many balls on the option, and that one he's going to give back to his brother and say, you got it. Swing into the angle for Marcus Partain to fall for a point, and we have 16-14 now. It's been a side-out battle here. Neither team given any ground. That one is going to find the end line. Ed Ratledge.
387 tournaments.
You got to wonder, that's pure experience right there, correct?
That's right, AVP
Yeah, that's
Big Daddy Ed
at
Ratty
some
gets
point
the
you're
kill.
just like, I'm taller
At
and I can hit that
15-16.
shot consistently, hopefully. Because it feels like it. I think right now they're just hoping he's going to miss one of these to try to break open that that lead. They only have one right now. Caldwell back to serve. He's been going right to left, so from the top of your screen to the near side of your screen.
Oh, a great serve from Cody, but oh man, what a pickup there for Ratledge and Caldwell. That is going to tie it up here, 16-all. That is the point that Cody and Ed were looking for, just as we were talking about it. And
What she said.
Cody back to serve. We're going to elect to take a timeout now for the Partains.
I'm sure they understood it, though, right? That's code.
Incredible
They had
volleyball here on
code.
center court. Don't go anywhere. More of that coming to you
Thank
live
God.
here at the Seaside Open.
Staff there.
And non-participant towards one side or the other, no matter how high their opponent is or awkward their strike is.
Wilson Volleyball is a proud sponsor of the AVP. For more information, head over to wilson.com to find out more information on the AVP Optics Ball, the official ball of the beach volleyball and grass volleyball tours.
Who's that guy right to your right? Oh, right behind you. Who's that guy right there? Who's that guy?
What's he doing working out here? That's the GQ cover model for the next 27 issues. Have you not seen him? We call that drop dead gorgeous. That's where the guy goes, maybe I am.
There you go.
Invited Adam Roberts, Jay Grace, and the Roberts parents. Please report to center court. And if staff gives you crap, just
Welcome back to the action here on center court. We are tied at 16 all, coming out of a timeout taken by the Partains. Ed and Cody persevered through the first one. Words are hard. 24-22. Ed and Cody took the first. Miles and Marcus had a 2-point lead just a few minutes ago, but Ed and Cody able to earn one and tie it up at 16s. Gonna talk some strategy and what the plays are for the Partains. Caldwell with this aggressive topspin serve taken by Miles. High touch off the block option. Taken by Caldwell himself, and that is 17-16 here for Ratledge and Caldwell.
That guy said. See, I'm just gonna.
Cody having a great beat on this, seeing the open court, and takes it to him.
You saw Cody with that jump right there. Ed Ratledge deciding to go hard into the cross, sees the ball off the block, chases it down to hit it. I think he was initially trying to run down the line.
Soft serve there from Cody Caldwell. Deceptive on the topspin, and Miles Partain cranks it back angle. We're going to have 17 all here on center court.
Caldwell and Ratledge took set number one, 24-22. We're all tied up here, 17 apiece. Miles Partain back to serve. His brother giving him the key. Both UCLA Bruins currently. Ed Ratledge, the other one. Although there's only two national championships, they are currently on the same team. Caldwell and Ratledge.
Calm, cool, and collected high line there from Cody Caldwell to give them the side out as we switch sides. 18-17 here. If this is anything that we've seen all match long, it's going to be side out, neither team given any ground here, and there's a good chance we go into extra innings here.
Ratledge is going to look to utilize the top spin, though. He's hitting the hybrid. He had initially just been hitting the standing jump float. He had been successful. Looks like since he's left-handed, he's going to go from the high to the near side corner. Gets a little more court, but he goes down the line to Miles. Miles picks it up, lefty to lefty, off the hands to the sand.
Cody getting a good touch on the block, but not able to keep it in reach of Ed, even with that long arm span. So that's going to be a side out for the Partains. We have 18 all here on center court. It's a race to 3, win by 2. We're looking for some more volleyball.
Absolutely.
Deep float serve down the line to Caldwell.
I thought he was going to have to. Yeah. He's upset by it. He knows it's the right call.
Hey.
He's certainly capable, right? I think you've seen him set so many times. He's very capable. But that ball getting signal, which is favorable for the Partain brothers. They have a 1-point advantage. They need 2 here to force a third and final set.
And not an entirely difficult degree of setting there. So yeah, John King gonna blow the whistle there. Serve down the line again. Option ball from Ed Ratledge. Earning one back there. 19 all.
Ratledge's 8th kill here in set number 2. He leads all attackers with Miles Partain and Cody Caldwell, registering 7, with Marcus Partain currently at 5 here in set 2 alone.
Caldwell back at the service line. Top spin coming from him. Off speed to Miles. I'm sorry, Marcus.
Wow, Ratledge.
Ed Ratledge. Big a block for him, and we're going to have a match point opportunity number 1 for Cody and Ed here in our men's semifinals.
2019.
Caldwell back to serve. He's been able to utilize that top spin. You have to imagine we're going to see a pretty hard rip here. He wants to try to end it. He doesn't even want to have to play defense.
That one tags the top of the tape.
Wow, good second effort by Ratledge.
Oh, man, what a rally there. Heads up play from Miles and Marcus, but Ed almost ended it with a block there. But a great dig off the block from Miles Partain. A great hustle play from Marcus, and puts Miles up right on top of the net, and he will put that one away. We are tied, and guess what, Kyle? More volleyball.
More volleyball. The Partain brothers need to take this set to force that third and final. If Ratledge and Caldwell can secure their next 2 points, or certainly the 2-point advantage, they are going to take this match, and we'll be playing for a share of that large $25,000 purse. Is that right?
That is correct. Split in half for each gender. But first place with a $4,000 check to split in. Of course, these teams have already gotten their ticket to Chicago. Very exciting for them. That'll send Caldwell and Ratledge there to compete.
We'll try to learn what the predicament might be for Marcus, since Miles cannot accept another bid. We'll be curious to see how that plays out. Not the greatest. Oh, yeah, you could see it from the toss.
Too far out in front of Ed Ratledge.
Still in.
A little frustrated with that one here, but
After the metric conversion,
playing extremely well. No service errors from his partner Cody this set. He had 3 in the first, but maybe seen a little bit of a role reversal here where Ed is being super aggressive. Cody has been ripping the top spins, but it seems like he's a little more conservative, not going for those sidelines as much and trying to just still keep it going. But Ed this set has definitely gone to the top spins as Ed will reach high and over the top of the block in for a point side out.
Marcus has a 49-inch
This
vertical.
is match point
And still
opportunity.
his big block, and he was going, my
Number
elbows
3, I believe.
where your
Match
thumb
point
is.
number 3. That was his 24th kill of the contest for Ed
That's
Ratledge,
just
which is
impressive on both
a
sides
lot
the
of
face.
kills.
I don't care what you
He's
say.
a lot of kills.
He's gotten an entire set worth. Caldwell tries to look to end it on his serve.
Great pass there from Miles Partain, and oh my goodness, Miles Partain with a great swing into the angle. Cody Caldwell there, but it used to be Spalding on the chest, but now it'll be Wilson. That optics ball might have left some paint on there.
It looks like the hard dive of Ratledge into the cross court actually opened up a line shot that wasn't initially available. That kind of caught Caldwell by surprise. You have not seen Miles Partain hit a shot selection yet. He's just been able to take hard power. We'll see if that changes. Still has Marcus.
Oh,
Chopper down the line for Ed Ratledge. Another side out, 23-22. Opportunity number 4 to end this for Ed and Cody.
I don't know if I'm mad or happy about that. Save energy, Eddie.
I think that
he
was
needs to
actually a
block.
missed serve
He's
last
involving
from
the crowd. Get loud,
Ratledge.
get proud.
Cody's serve, I believe.
It's all about
He
engagement.
missed the top spin. I think he's going to go back to this 2-footed standing jump float.
To interact. It's
I'm
not
probably
that
wrong.
kind of
Remember, it's hard to
She'll
keep
make
track
it
of those
weird.
servers.
That's true. That's
So
true.
Ed to serve.
Standing jump float. He will run up to block. We'll see if they go after Marcus, we'll have a pass that's going to put Miles in position to go over on 2, and he does.
A roar from the crowd as Miles buries that option ball. 23 all here in set number 2.
All day. Oh, man.
I'm curious if we're going to see Miles go hard into that kind of.
It's Marcus Partain.
If you want to divide the court into a 1 and a 2, kind of right into that divide, they're going to continue to serve after Ratledge. Oh, Miles is going to go up. Okay, we're going to get a difference here. Touches it.
Touch off the block option. Free ball for Caldwell.
Cody Caldwell.
Doug kept alive.
Wow.
Baby, we got him. Oh, come on, here we go.
We have a joust.
Oh, the softer
That one's going to
side.
hit the sand for Ratledge and Caldwell. 24-23. What an incredible rally from both of these high caliber teams here.
Touched it that high.
But ultimately, that will be
Caldwell.
a point for Ratledge and
Guess
Caldwell.
what?
Great hustle there
We got
from
another
Miles.
match
Great
point
up.
for us.
Play from
24, serving
Marcus.
23.
I thought this was going to maybe put was going to put Miles in a better position to contest. And I only say that from an ability to keep the rally going. Not Caldwell, Ratledge able to
Seaside,
avoid the
let's
block.
hear you out there.
Opportunity number 5 now for Caldwell at the service line. Nice pass there from Miles.
We haven't seen a shot yet. Doesn't need
Off
one.
the top of the block.
Oh.
Miles Partain with the side out. 24 all.
Knockdown, dragging
We're going to switch next point. That's a high number, but 49 is a multiple of 7. So we will switch.
Right here on center court.
And that is, goodness gracious, Miles Partain with 22 kills this match. And it's only the second set. We might have a third, Kyle.
That's crazy.
By the way, Bruce brings up a great point. There is no cap here. Right, JK?
All right, Miles Partain back to serve. I have to imagine they're going to go after Caldwell here. Not because he's not capable. They just haven't been able to stop Ratledge. So instead of trying to force themselves into that opportunity, they'll try to. Oh, Caldwell! Shot over the top. Smart shot selection.
One hit, one purpose.
Yeah, 25-24, keeping this side-out streak going. Not giving any ground to Miles and Marcus.
He makes everybody wait. Thank you. That's 5 play.
Ratledge back to serve. This is match point number 6.
I believe that is number 6 now.
Wow.
Ed Ratledge at the service line. Float serve for him to Marcus. Option ball.
Wow.
Through the top of the tape and into the court. 25 all. Nobody is going to earn this easily.
We're all tied up 25 apiece. What in recent, not necessarily an official stat, what is the highest score you've seen in recent sets? Again, just kind of spitballing, and I apologize if we missed somebody who maybe has the official highest.
In recent history, I remember last year, I think it was.
And that's not Mark Makeout, it's Marcus.
I believe it was Atlanta or Manhattan Beach. There was a
service ace, Jacob.
Ace from Marcus Partain, 26-25.
Oh boy.
And that was a jump spin. He hit that top spin ball. I don't know if he's just like, hey, I got to put more pressure here or what the idea is.
And the crowd loves it because if they take this set, that means we're playing more volleyball. We'll go to a third. Next top of the tape to Ed.
Oh, wow.
Wow, what an incredible play.
It's going to, he does. He sets him. We're going to see a shot.
Oh, my goodness.
What a great shot down the line.
So hard to describe how good of a play that was from both sides. Cody Caldwell with a soft touch past the block, though, will end that rally 26 all. But Miles and Marcus now have the advantage. We say the advantage is tied, but they're in serve receive. They have the opportunity to put the ball away first. And so an aggressive serve here from Cody Caldwell. Out of bounds, though.
You are not lucky.
Set point opportunity, I believe number 2. Only number 2 for Marcus and Miles.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 26, the Young Guns.
This has just been incredible volleyball to be a part of. I am so thankful that we are here in Seaside, Oregon this weekend to witness this. An incredible environment right now. Again, just a standing room, and even then it might be sold out. Nice serve there from Miles, running up to the net. Ed into the angle.
Welcome back to the seesaw battle.
Ed telling the crowd to quiet down. 27 all here.
27 even.
And going back to what you were asking, I think there was a match in last year's tier 1s, the Gold Series, where I want to say it was like 39-37 in a women's match.
Wow.
That actually ended on a double call. It was brutal to watch, but an incredible match from those ladies. And here we are, the side out for the Partains. 28-27 now.
No responsibilities. Marcus Partain back at 28.
Marcus at the service line now. See if he's going to stay aggressive here.
There happens to be a comment coming in from the YouTube community. We appreciate it. It looks like Kleinman and Ross versus Noose and Cloth had a 40-38 in recent memory as far as a final set score goes.
28.
Yeah, that I believe that's right. And that was which term did you say that was at?
It was Ross and Kleinman versus Noose and Cloth. So thank you, NY Varsity Sports, for contributing. We very much appreciate that. The service is not great here, as you can imagine. 40,000 people all on their phones.
We do Appreciate people tuning in on the YouTube channel. Again, I'm your host this weekend, Jacob Justice, alongside Kyle Holmeyer, and joining us for the women's final will be Victoria Dennis here on the West Coast, Seaside, Oregon. Cody Caldwell.
Caldwell's serve is off speed, gets an opportunity.
Got Ed Ratledge. Wow, an explosive swing there from Marcus. Let's take another look at this. Great pass.
Wow, great job by Miles. And his ability to set that up, and Marcus, number one, his ability to set that up is because he's been so effective on the option swing. And two, Marcus had to put it away, and he did. And here we have match point. Gosh, I've lost count, Jacob. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like it's match point number 10.
Serve to Ratledge, and again into the angle, Ed Ratledge.
And we're at 29.
29 all here on center court.
That may not be legal, Ed. I'm just saying. Cancel culture.
I don't think I've stopped smiling in the past 15 minutes. This is incredible volleyball to watch and be a part of.
I know the contestants aren't going to agree with me, but I don't want it to end because it's such good volleyball. But I'm sure they would disagree. Very heartfelt.
Back in the service line.
Yeah, we still have 2 matches after this as well. Our women's final, who are patiently waiting. Oh, service error from Ed Ratledge. But the women's side patiently waiting for their match to start after this.
Partain's arm holds the service.
That'll be
bit too low.
Scott and Turner taking on
30.
Muerter and Reeves.
Oh, wow.
So that'll be a great match for us here on center.
We have 30 serving 29.
And I'm curious to see what that other semifinal is doing out on that backcourt. Option ball from Ed Ratledge. Turns it back from the middle. And we are at 30 all, Kyle.
He has 28 kills, and we haven't even ended set 2 yet.
Cody, thanks for calling me out.
We might never end set 2.
30-30.
That's right.
This is what the fans and all of the viewers want, though. Oh,
wow, big swing.
Swing high for Miles Partain off the top of the big block.
We've run out of points. 31-30.
Out of bounds, 31-30. We do not have enough numbers on the scoreboard.
Oh, we're starting over.
So we have to start over. Miles back at the service line. That scoreboard caps out at 31.
The party Partain.
Wow, I have not seen that one before.
Well, we haven't seen a dog run on the court either, so this
that
is
was
the
first.
This is the event for all those. Twice, yep. Oh, into the cross, 31-31.
31-31.
This is a battle of persistence here.
Hey, Cody, just go back to ones. We all know it's 30. Just go back to ones. We're at 31-31.
Big thank you to Cody Schellinger, our scorekeeper down there, trying to figure out what the best way to convey what the score is. Running out of numbers, but
we're going to start using our fingers here. Thank you to NY Varsity Sports providing a few more pieces of information. Sounds like Noose and Cloth have found themselves in a couple of the highest scoring sets on the AVP Tour, so congrats to them. I know maybe not always coming out on top, but it certainly is exciting to have yourself in that position. 31-31. Ratledge back to serve, handled by Miles. Wow.
What a show these two teams are putting on.
That was Miles Partain's 26th kill.
Switched maybe a little prematurely.
Oh. Looks like. I don't.
My accounting degree working against me there.
Terrible at math.
Well, did it start over? Like, so it got to 31, then did it go to 31 or did it go to 32?
I believe it went to 31.
Oh!
I'm sorry, 30.
Wow.
Cody
Caldwell at the net.
What does he do?
Thank you to our announcer.
That is
the lovely Arnold Schwarzenegger impression. Not sure if y'all can hear that, but
I don't even know if they replayed it, because if they did, it was spectacular. But that was a ridiculous last point. Like, that aerial acrobatics, that's what I love about our sport, is we need to play our game and then not touch the net. And they did just that. We're going to give Caldwell the block.
Top of the tape there to Marcus.
There's a
line
shot.
on top of the block of Ratledge, and another side out here.
Marcus is doing his job.
Ken, I don't know about you.
Let's take a look at the shot here. This is a great look down the line, off the high left hand of Ratledge, and then down the line to the sand. That is the 13th kill for Marcus Partain, excuse me.
Where we at?
And Miles back at the service line now.
Love it.
So is that 33?
Is on top of our scorecard here on the
33-32. Oh! They found it!
Oh my goodness, and what does that mean, Kyle? We are playing more volleyball here in Seaside, Oregon. We're going to a third set after 34-32 in the second. Wow, what an incredible set of volleyball. But don't worry, we have more volleyball coming at you. Don't go anywhere. Stick around, more volleyball here on center court of the 40th Seaside Open.
Dear mainland, aloha. My brother and I hear that most of you only disable your phones when you fly. You call it airplane mode. But maybe you don't have to get on a plane to get away, yeah? Allow my brother to demonstrate. You know what we call this? Kona mode. One life, right? Mahalo. Longboard Island Lager and Big Wave Golden Ale from Kona Brewing.
We all know it's a good idea to recycle. But what happens to that aluminum can or all that paper after you put it in the recycling bin? Where does it go? What does it become in its second life? See how WM is always working for a sustainable tomorrow at WM.com/stories.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Set 3 action coming at you here for the men's semifinals here at the 40th Seaside Open. Kyle, that was an incredible display of volleyball. The first set went into extra innings, 24-22, a long set, you know, just how it kind of is sometimes here in the semifinals. Second set, 34-32. We ran out of numbers on the scoreboard. And we're headed to a third set. This is just incredible match of volleyball. Ratledge and Caldwell will strike first, though. 1-0 here in this third.
And Jacob, the sun has come out, and it's just about 5:30 here on the West Coast, and the sun is by no means about to set. We probably have 3-ish hours before that starts to happen. So it's going to change the game just a little bit, and we'll see if that does play a factor. Wow, good shot by Miles Partain. They respond in kind.
Yeah, Miles doing a great job with the vision. Marcus puts that ball high enough that Miles has time to look across the net and see where those spots are open, and does a great job executing that roll shot to the corner, out of the reach of Cody Caldwell. And Miles will be back to serve now.
Get your mics on.
Good angle. It's going to be tight, though. Miles decides to block.
Oh, and high off the hands of Miles Partain. Another side out for Ed Ratledge.
That is kill number 30.
Number 30.
We got 2-1 now.
Oh, my goodness.
13 set number 1, 16 set number 2, and his first here in set number 3. Only playing to 15. We're going to switch on 5s. No technical timeout. Win by 2.
Going to what the longest set could have been. I wonder what the most amount of kills is in a set. And oh my goodness, Cody Caldwell with a huge block there. See if we get another look at this. Oh man. Cody on the reload block puts it down 3-1. Oh, and through the top of the tape and down. Ed gets a hand on it, but not able to get it up to Cody. We're going to switch sides here. Third set, 1-15, maybe. And we're going to be switching every 5 points.
I saw Seaside because I got yelled at by Jay right over there, screaming at me, "It's Spanish! It's Spanish!"
So we have an update. Jeff Samuels, shout out Jeff Samuels. We got a chat to see you compete, or chance to see you compete in Wapaka, also competing last year, 2021, at the Clearwater event. It sounds like Muskegon had a 41-39 set.
Wow, that's a lot of volleyball.
That's a lot of points.
32-34 was a lot of volleyball, but that is ridiculous.
Guess what? When they Google it, they'll find out that I was wrong. That's why you gotta work
Missed serve
harder.
there from the Partains.
Nothing's given.
We'll try to find an update on the other semifinal. Back.
Ed Ratledge with a block for point. 4-2 now. I'm sorry, 5-2 now after that missed serve from the Partains. That is a 3-point lead here, and that is huge for teams that have been as consistent at siding out as these teams have been. And we're going to take a timeout here on center court.
Do we have any idea?
Partains trailing by 3 now. Don't worry, we're going to bring you more action here in just a few moments after a word from our sponsors.
Yeah.
Stretch out a little bit. We still got finals to go. Women's finals and men's finals. This is the excitement we're getting from semifinals. I can't wait.
We'd like to take a second to thank our sponsor, YKO Water, for keeping our players hydrated all weekend. Live healthy, live sustainably, live ethically. YKO Water.
Not at all. I just want to say surprises.
I still had pizza in my mouth. I was talking with food in my mouth.
Coming back out of the time out here. Third set, there's no technical, so that early time out from Miles and Marcus, hopefully to prove effectively, as Cody Caldwell is still serving 5-2 after Ed Ratledge with a huge block there.
Caldwell back to serve.
Check, check.
Top spin serve from him. Down the
Nice
line of
serve.
Marcus.
Wow, that's off the
Chest
chest. We're going to get a joust again.
Wow. Incredible play from both sides of that there. Cody Caldwell with the chest dig. And that is on purpose. And that is just beautiful for Cody Caldwell, but it's a little too far over the net. And Miles Partain wins both of those at the net to fall for a point. 3-5 now. Back to serve Marcus Partain.
You you insinuated it. We'll see if it pays off here with that timeout. I think just cutting that deficit to 2 right there is a reason, or in fact it does tell us that it was successful. Really tight play at the net. Sure, there's a side out. They're going to get a quick side out here and get back to the service line.
Yeah, and a side out there from Cody Caldwell. Puts that shot just out of the reach of Marcus. Slops it just over the top of the block of Miles as well. That is a perfect spot.
Kill number 16 for Cody Caldwell in the contest.
Yeah, 6-3 now. We're going to switch next point every 5 in this third set. Short serve to Marcus. That's alive. Wow.
Great range by Miles Partain.
Right there, right inside.
Switching sides here. 4-6 now in the third.
29 kills for Miles Partain, and his ability to option that swing allows him to set his brother, which usually can draw a blocker. It did pay dividends in set number 2, opening up an opportunity for Marcus. We'll see if they will either choose to continue to go over on 2 or set Marcus.
Miles needing to be kind of aggressive here with this serve, 2-step hopper, and that one just a tad low into the top of the tape.
That's actually Miles' first service error in the contest.
Wow, that is, I would call that efficient.
Absolutely. And he hadn't really been utilizing that kind of 2-step jump spin as much. He did go to it. Cody going to go away from the jump spin to the jump float.
Down the line of Marcus.
Big swing from Marcus. Wow.
Feels like target practice out here for the Partains. Cody in the right spot almost every time, but just the power and sheer will from the Partains putting those away.
Caldwell named the 2014 Most Outstanding Player for Loyola when they won their first national championship.
Oh, option here. Wow, what patience from Miles Partain. The shot from Cody picked up by Miles. The set for Marcus put away. That was beautiful volleyball there.
Marcus back with the serve, 6-7.
Miles into the angle.
It appears that other semifinal is finished. I'm not sure who won, just based on the fact that there's nobody competing on that court right now. We'll try to get you an update of the Tim Brewster, Kyle Friend versus Avery and was it Matt?
Avery Drawson, Chase Frischman.
Chase, thank you.
If you wanted to see how these teams got here, head on over to avpamerica.bracketpal.com to check out the pools as well as the single elimination bracket from today and yesterday. And that'll be a side out for Ratledge and Caldwell. 8-6 now.
Thank you.
So that score hasn't been updated yet on Bracket Pal, but I'm gonna take a look here. As soon as we get that updated, we will fill you in on that. But in this third set, picked up by Caldwell on the option ball. Cody Caldwell with a pick up and put down there. And we are gonna switch sides here. 9-6.
That was kill number 18 for Cody Caldwell, doing a really nice job working his lines. Has a really wide range of shot selections. Okay, head back to the service line. They lead 9-6.
Uh, 18 kills for Cody Caldwell. In a normal match, we would say that's a lot, but his partner in crime, Ed Ratledge, with 30.
Sitting at 30 right now. Miles Partain is creeping in. I apologize. No update. He, in fact, has 30 kills himself. 31 kills.
Oh, it's a Partain party.
Miles Partain taking that option ball we've seen so many times.
That we
Let's
got
take a
two
look at
brothers
this one here.
agreeing for 3 sets
Replay
straight.
brought to you by
That never happened when
Streamography.
you're 20 and 22.
And just a beautiful
7-9.
cross-body swing back into the angle from Miles.
We're here in Seaside, Oregon. It is about an hour and a half away from Portland, Oregon West. We are right on the coast. There's the beach behind us.
Avery and Chase, they made it to the
Again,
finals.
seeing that high, deep
Chase
swing
beat
from
out
Ed
with Avery?
Ratledge.
That sounds
Finds the
delightful.
corner and in.
If that's Frischman and Drost. Or, yeah. No, it's Drost. Not Drost like toast. It's Drost like frost. I only screw that up about like 19 times a year.
Who was that? 10-7.
10-7 now. Ed Ratledge to serve to Marcus. Option ball. Oh, and a great touch there from Cody Caldwell. An update from our other semifinal. Chase Frischman and Avery Drost will face off here on center court against the winner of this match. That match started almost 30 minutes after this one, and it finished before. This has been a very long match, but the incredible level of volleyball we have. Cody Caldwell past the block into the deep angle. 11-8 now. We're going to switch next point.
I think the only person prouder than Mama is going to be Kelvin. Beaming with pride.
So Cody Caldwell at the service line now. Looking to give them a 4-point lead as we go into a side switch.
He's going to go wide here with the lefty option. It makes sense, but Ratledge, I'm a little surprised he went wide there. And the reason being is I understand the ball was coming towards that near side. He is left-handed. I just feel like he'll have more. He would have had more options potentially if he just kind of hung out in there, because Marcus can set that ball in a very hittable position. I just thought he went a little wide, and on that cutback without going over the top, it was going to find Ratledge. Intercepts it for what is now his 4th block of the match.
Yeah, and that does give Ratledge and Caldwell the 4-point lead late in this third set. That's 1-15.
Oh, we're tight.
Set from Miles. From Marcus into the top of the tape. We have 13-8 now, just 2 points away for Ed Ratledge and Cody Caldwell to make their statement here at Seaside, giving Ed an opportunity to win again after 2010, I believe. He won this tournament.
I think you're right. Yep, 2010.
Set out to Miles and into the angle.
I just love that
great swing there.
Your brother. There's 2 Partains. He has no option.
9-13.
He can't set his cousin. That would be back in California.
Tag at the top of the tape on the serve. Good set out there from Marcus.
Backhanded by somebody so adorable.
Beautiful view there.
33 kills for Miles Partain.
9-13.
That is a lot. Marcus at the service line now.
Ed Ratledge with 31. Oh, he touched it. Oh, we might need a replay.
And 4 photographers are in the way, but somehow we only have 2. Get your mustache out of the way.
I think there needs to.
2 camera crews in the way. Miles had a great touch on it.
Wait.
We might ask for a replay here.
Seaside?
I don't know. I mean, I know John probably has protocol for that one. I'm feeling really bad about that. I don't think I feel good if I don't call a replay there.
Sorry, that Bruce is still
photographers to step back.
That's a tough one to see because that's on the opposite side of him. So
that's going to bring us to match point number 1. 14 serving 9.
Ed Ratledge to serve, 14-9.
Deep float onto Marcus. Option, faked. Oh, and a pickup
wow,
by Ed Ratledge. This might be it. Put away Ed Ratledge and Cody Caldwell, 15-9 here in set number 3. After one of the best sets of volleyball I have seen in a while. 34-32 in the second, going to the Partain. 24-22 in the first for Cody and Ed. We will see them in just a little while in our men's final, but before that, we have our women's open matchup coming up. Next on center court, we have Carly Scott and Molly Turner taking on Delaney Mewherter and Kelly Reeves. Don't go anywhere. This is more incredible volleyball to follow. We will see you back here in just a few moments.
I'm Carrie Walsh Jennings. I've played with lots of injuries and sore muscles. KT Tape has helped me push past the pain. Today, clinical studies prove what I've always known, that using KT Tape before, during, and after workouts can reduce muscle soreness. Whether it's the Olympics or the local gym, pain is pain.
Tape up with KT Tape, the #1 kinesiology tape. Use it for muscle soreness and many common injuries. KT Tape. Train longer, finish stronger.
KT Tape works for me, it'll work for you.
At Corner Bakery, we're making your choice simple with choose 2 options every day. Choose 2 of your favorites and turn a simple lunch into a perfectly paired meal. And we're not talking about a few choose 2 options. Pair up any sandwich or panini, any cafe fresh salad or warm simmering soup, or any pan sauteed pasta. So many kitchen crafted options, so little time. Your perfect choose 2 combination is waiting at the Corner Bakery.
Those radio gym shorts that you have from college, they're done. Get them out of here. It's time to upgrade your short game with the one from Fabletics Men.
We love them. Your girlfriend will be stealing these. They're the best.
This fabric fixes another major issue, fit.
It's got this crazy stretch to it that looks so cute when I do my yoga or errands or like literally anything. They're the most comfortable, best feeling, luxe-tastic fabric that we have ever worn.